Hello everyone, welcome to Saturday STEAM. Today we're going to be looking at chemistry experiments. So before I get started, a lot of these materials you might find at home, some you might not. If you decide to do these at home, first you need to check with an adult, and second you need to make sure you have the proper safety equipment. For some of these experiments I'll be wearing goggles, so you definitely are going to want a pair of those because you don't want to get anything in your eyes because that would hurt. So the first one we're going to look at today is called bouncing bubbles. So I'm just going to adjust my computer so you can see what I'm doing a little bit better. So give me just a second. Okay, I think that should be good. So the first step was actually to put on some goggles. Okay, so you can see how I look in them. So then I need a clear bowl, and I'm using some special bubble solution. And I forgot to open it. There we go. So I'm putting how much it tells me to put in. So when you're doing chemistry experiments, you need to make sure you do exactly what it says, because if your measurement is off a little, then it might not work the way you want it to. Oops, so I overflowed a little there. So that will be okay. And this teeny one. And that overflowed too. Okay. And then I'm done with that part. So then it says I'm going to need some glycerin. So I think that's the reason why they want you to have the goggles on. Okay. And then make sure that you know the difference between a tablespoon and a teaspoon. TSP is for teaspoon, and if it says T, then that means tablespoon. Because again, you want to make sure you're putting the correct amount in so you can get your experiment done correctly. Okay, and I'm going to make sure I put the cap on this good. Okay, and then the next it says to stir. Okay, so let's see, I gotta turn this over to get to the step 3 and 4. So now it says to pour the contents from the bowl into the special tray that they gave me. So, and it said do it slowly, because yeah, I don't want to get it on my table. Okay, I don't want it to overflow, so I guess I can't do it all. And then pour enough liquid to cover the bottom of the tray, so I did that. And I have this special thing, and it says put a glove on one hand. So then I got special gloves. And I did overflow it a little, so hopefully I didn't do too much so this can work. Oh, it's dripping. So let's see, holding the one upward, low to create large bubbles. So I'll try to do it so you can see. And try to catch it. Oh, oops, I did not catch it good. Let me move back. Aha! Let me see if I can get that again. So it also says you can have a friend put a glove on and try to bounce the bubbles back and forth. I don't know if you saw it bounce slightly like it did. I'm gonna try again. I don't think I blew it up enough. Okay. Oops, I didn't catch it. Looks like you have to do it very carefully. And get it so it goes in the screen so you guys can see. I just bounced it back into the liquid. This is very hard to do. You have to do it very carefully. Oh. Let's see if I can get this cluster on my hands. So that's pretty fun to play with bubbles. And yeah, if you have someone with you, you can make it even more fun. So let me get ready for our next experiment. So next we're gonna look at how to make some ooze. And again, the first step is for me to put on some goggles. And then I'm gonna move the screen down again so you can see what I'm doing. Okay, that looks good. So, I did the first step. I put on my goggles. Now I'm going to need some cornstarch. And I need 1/4 of a cup. I have my cute little kitty cup. So get that in there. 1/4 of a cup. It wants to come out. There we go. Okay, that's good. Get all over the cat. Let's see, and then it wants us to add some food coloring. So it says 8 drops of food coloring. So we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Slowly add some water. So I poured some water in here. I'm gonna do, so see, I just have my 1/2 tablespoon now, and you need 2, so I have to do it. Okay, so 1/2. 1. 1 1/2. 2. So use a stir stick or a spoon to mix together. And if it appears watery, then we'll add some more cornstarch. So let's get it mixed together. And it's already starting to get a little tricky to mix. Although it looks pretty watery. You'll see if I need to add more as I mix it. And so, yeah, I might need to add a little more cornstarch. Still want to give it a good stir though. Yeah, I might need a little bit more cornstarch. Whoops, I didn't mean to do that much. And you can see, the good thing they had you do food coloring because it's easier for y'all to see what it looks like. This ooze. So there's a special note here. It says that this ooze is a special kind of substance called a non-neotin fluid. Most liquids retain a stable, look at that, contain a stable viscosity or thickness, which means they behave the same way regardless of what you do to them. But with non-Newtonian fluids, they change depending on the forces that act on them. Your ooze acts like a liquid when it's at rest, but when it's pushed, squeezed, or hit, it acts like a solid. Oh, that's weird. Let's see if I can pick some up. Let's see how it feels. Ah! Doesn't feel like it, but that is so weird. So, because it looks like it would be a liquid, but then, let's see. That is so cool. It feels very different. Because it looks like a liquid, but when I'm touching it, it definitely doesn't feel like a liquid. And then there's just a note here that it says when you're done, do not pour it down the drain because that will clog your drain. Okay, so let me go get ready for our next experiment. So I'm back. I got everything ready to make some rocket fuel foam. So obviously the first step once again is to put on your goggles. And then it also asked me to mix a teaspoon of yeast with 2 tablespoons of warm water. So I did that, made sure I mixed it together really well. And now I'm gonna move this down so you can see what's going on. Okay, so I got a beaker here. I put a funnel on top to help with the stuff going easier. And it also recommended putting it in some kind of baking pan. So I guess that means it might get messy. So I already filled a 1/4 cup of hydrogen peroxide, which is just a fancy way for saying cleaning solution. Oops, make sure it all gets in there. Some of it's dripping out. So I'm just going to do it really slowly. I think I got most of it in there. Okay, and then I need 1/2 teaspoon of dish soap. And my dish soap actually is like a spiced pumpkin scent. So I hope that doesn't mess anything up. Okay, and then I don't really need the funnel for that because this is a little bit smaller. Get that, okay. And then it also calls for some food coloring. That just is going to help so you can see it better, I think. And you don't need, it doesn't need to be red. That's what I'm using, but it can be whatever color you want. Okay. And I'm just going to give it a little shake so the red mixes. Okay, and then, so I do think this one's going to take some time before you see anything. I might need to add more of the cleaning thing. I don't think I need the funnel for this. So I see it's already starting to foam up a little. And it looks like it's actually moving up very slowly. It's rising to the top, like it started down here. And now it's up to here. I don't want to lift it up because I don't want it to get on my hands if it goes over, because that's why they want you to use move it over so you can see it better. Use that. So it's kind of a cool, it's a slow moving experiment, but I think it's good to have this just in case. I think it does depend how quick you throw this in here, or sometimes the yeast might stick to the bottom so you don't get all the yeast in. Oh, now it's up to here. So remember, it started down here, and now it's all the way up to here. So that was a cool chemistry one. And so let me find my sheet for the last one. I'm going to have to get some supplies together, but the last one we're going to be doing is called jelly worms. And that one actually took some prep work. I had to mix some things together, and then I had to wait an hour. So it's been about an hour, so I can get that ready. But I just want to continue to look at, because look at how that's really cool how that's moving up. I wonder if you add more cleaning liquid, if it goes faster. I think I got everything. Yeah. And I do think using like this funnel helps so it didn't all spill in the bowl when I was pouring. Yeah. And I can see why they want to do wear the goggles, because in case it came up faster than it's doing, then you might want goggles. So, well, it's not there yet. It's almost to the top now. What do you think? Do you think it's going to overflow? Give it a little shake. Well, that didn't do anything. But yeah, that one was pretty cool, I think. Wish it went a little faster, but what can you do? Sometimes chemistry is slow. So I'm going to move this back up. And let me get the ingredients together for our final experiment of the day. Okay, so I'm back with our last one, called jelly worms. So obviously, again, first step is put on your goggles, and then I had to measure half a teaspoon of sodium alginate powder with half a cup of warm water, so I did that. And then he said give the jar a little shake, and then wait about an hour. So it's been a little bit longer than that. And next up, everyone's favorite, add 5 drops of food coloring to the jar. And then, whoops. And then I filled, so then add a bowl and add half a tablespoon, or add half a cup of water, warm water. And let me move this down so you can see what I'm doing better so I don't have to lift everything up. And then, so now to this warm water, I need to add half a tablespoon of calcium chloride, which they provided that right here. Oh, that's just a liquid. Just give that a little circle. Then, so I did that. Let me give this jar a little shake. So we get that. There we go, that looks better. So the next part, it says that's the trickiest part, and it looks like this powder didn't. I gotta get some stuff in here. Just okay, I'm getting it. You have to fill this and then stick it in here. And this is a tricky part because it says try to make worms. So I don't know how well you can see. Looks like it's staying together. That's pretty cool. I'm going to move it down again so you can see a little better. So there's numero uno. And here's another one. And then it says keep them in here for about 30 seconds. And where's my paper towel? Oh, it's right behind me. So, and it said to put them on a paper towel. It's a good idea. And then just move them around. It's kind of cool how it doesn't seem to be coming apart. And then there's 2 little dots that I made. Oops. And I guess I was supposed to make them look like worms. Mine kind of look like gobbledygooks, but that's okay. I'll try better next time. Well, this one looks like a rat. See, here's the head, and then there's the tail. Jelly rats, I guess. And then it says, if you want to keep it, you can store it in a zip closed bag. Let me see. I don't know what it's been about. What? That is pretty cool. It does feel like jelly. That was fun. And this one wasn't exactly 30 seconds, but he looks like he's done. Want me to try again? Let's see if we can get the same results. There is a lot of this liquid. Okay, and then, oops, I don't know if this one, oh my goodness, this one I think I broke. Or it's just really long and skinny. Okay. This one looks like a big worm. And then, so this is really fun. Oops, I broke him. But yeah. Gonna move it back up because that was the last one. Oh my goodness! I did not know he was behind me. Giles, were you waiting for your moment in the spotlight? So yeah, I would not recommend eating them. I think they're just something fun to play with. And oh my gosh, this just feels so cool. I think I can take my glasses off now. I'm done messing around. And it looks like it left a little indentation on my face. But here's my other jelly worm. Oh, this one looks like a little bunny maybe. Like, they just feel so cool. See, I don't know if this one's done yet. My super skinny one. Oops, I broke it. But yeah, that was a lot of fun. I hope you enjoyed Saturday STEAM chemistry experiments. Bye-bye. Giles, say bye. Say bye, Giles, or not.